Which climbing stick is right for you?
Sticks. A lot of them to choose from, but you got to figure out for yourself which one's best for you. You got the original Lone Wolf or Novix now. Good sticks. Only con, and this is all relative to how you hunt. If you hunt out of a saddle or you hunt out of a tree stand, it's all going to depend on everything your style of hunting. They're long, 32 inches, but that's about it. They're long. That's about the only con I can really give you on these sticks is they are long, and it makes kind of a burden to pack. If you got them in a backpack, if you look here, if I put them on my back, you got that whole thing on your back. The lower you go, you start kind of possibly kicking them when you're walking. You got them high, you're walking through and you get snagged on brush. So that's the one con of having a full length stick. Other than that, I mean, they fold up, very streamlined. If you look at that, very streamlined. You can put them on a tree stand, however you want to do it. So, and I got a cam buckle strap with a yak grip put on it. That's Jason Sankoviak's method here, is yak grips. It just silences it. If you use a cam buckle, I definitely recommend it, because if you don't, you can hear that versus big difference. And it all comes down to being careful anyways. So to attach the Lone Wolf with the cam strap, just throw it around the tree. Come on. Throw it around the tree, hook it, tighten it up. And that's really it. You set it like that, and you're good to go. Start climbing. Only thing you have to think about is at the base of the tree, are you going to hang your platform on this side? Then it needs to be set up like this. If you're thinking about hunting on this side of the tree, or you don't know yet, that's something to think about, because we'll just say you get up here like this. If your stand's here, that's perfect, because my left foot is going to be here, and I can use my right foot to step onto my stand or my platform. If you get up this tree and you say, oh boy, there's a branch that I didn't really realize was kind of blocking that side or that lane, that opening, wherever the deer may come through that trail. Now all of a sudden I'm going to hunt on this side. You're kind of screwed, because your left foot's here, your right foot's over here. How are you going to step into the stand? So it's something to think about, using a single step stick. The next one is another Lone Wolf or Novix, is this. So this is a modified one I've done. I can make a video on that if you'd like. I used Amsteel on this. I cut it down. This was a full length stick that I cut down. I'll show you them side by side so you can see. So side by side, this is about 25 inches, 24 inches versus the original 32. So I cut them down a little bit, and the only reason I did that is to space my steps out a little more. I'm about 6 foot, so I can step more than that length on the full length. And I did the Amsteel. Amsteel is good and bad. The pros of it, very light. Cons of it, it gets hung. If you have briars, this is going to be a nightmare, especially at the ground. If you're in a Shaley bark hickory tree, nightmare, it's going to get hung. And the other thing is with the Amsteel is, I'll show you. So to put it on, you just wrap it around the tree like this. You come under your button, okay? Take your loop around your button and pull tight, and then you can just give it a couple round turns, and that's gonna be seated. It ain't going nowhere. It's like a friction hitch. So you're good right there. Hi, Leo. Hi, buddy. Anyways, so your Amsteel is good. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is after it sets itself like this. See how solid that is? When you're coming down off the tree, you got a lineman belt on, but it can be kind of a burden to try to get all this stuff off, and then you're still holding on. And remember, if you're using these steps, you got 1 foot on each. So now you're like this. This leg may be getting tired. Then you gotta try to get him off. Get him off. He comes off kinda, get it out. Oh boy, which way does it go? So you got some stuff to think about as far as using Amsteel. I can make a video on how I did this stick if that'd be something you guys would be interested in. I bought these on Amazon, these little, they're rubber buttons with a bolt running through it. Never gets snagged on nothing, and it's a way to contain your Amsteel rope. It's similar to the button on like the Tethered One sticks or the Skeletors. It's pretty much the same theory. It's just cheaper, honestly. I mean, I've seen you can buy the replacement for the Tethereds, but like I said, I think this was like a 12 pack for like $3 or something. I mean, secures it, very streamlined still, nothing hanging out over the sides. So that's a good system you guys can run if you want also. The last stick I'm going to talk to you, which I made a video before about, is the Muddy Pro stick. The biggest con of the Muddy Pro is, one, they don't pack very good. That's the one issue I have, is when you stack them, they stack high. That, the weight, which if you're going to modify them, use like Eastern Wood Outdoors double steps like this to really cut the weight back, because normal Muddy Pros, they fold, and that mechanism is very heavy. Well, if you go to Eastern Woods Outdoors, you can buy the double steps for like, I want to say $12 a piece. Well, if you got 4 sticks, each of them take 2, so you got $24 extra per stick. 24 times 4, you're over $100 right there. For $100, you can put towards another set of sticks. I'd probably recommend going towards another set of sticks. But if you absolutely love the Muddy Pros, they got the cam cleat, they got a rope system, so, and it's a double step. Very easy to attach to a tree, put on tree, and the thing is, it's no noise. I know the Yak Grip is great, but, you know, the Yak Grip keeps you from making noise, but without it, you're gonna have tinging with it. They are a little bulky, so it's hard to get to that button sometimes to really make it spread out or stretch. It can get kind of almost like sticky because you got rubber on your strap. On your small one, Amsteel, that's very quiet, just like this rope system, but now you're tying knots, going around the tree and around this, and you know, you got a lot of crap you're messing with on top of being in the air, trying to be quiet and trying to be quick. The Muddy Pro, literally just through the cam cleat, and then you can do the half hitch on the back for the safety knot, and that's it. That right there, I don't think there's anything quicker than a Muddy Pro stick, but I'm not saying it's the best stick on the market. The best stick is whatever system you can find to be quick, quiet, and efficient. If you can find that, it don't matter what anybody else says. It don't matter if it's the original Lone Wolf. It don't matter if it's a screw-in step, you know, the old screw-in steps if you're on private land. The biggest thing is whatever's most efficient for you. But I'm just showing you 3 different styles of climbing sticks today that you can base your decision off of. You know, I'd like this, or I'd like that, or I don't like this aspect of that. This here, the Muddy Pro, like I said, once it seats, it's solid. Really, no cons to it. If you can get over the weight and you can get over the packability, I mean, it don't get much quicker than to just come around them 2 and come through your cam cleat at the end, and that's packed. So it's all based on what you guys think of what you'd like, but here's the 3 options you have today that I'm showing you, and you got to know which system is right for you.